welcome to this delicious episode of Cooking with GameChangers. I love you guys. Okay, I am your host, Daniel Etim Efyong, and on the show today, our Game Changers get to do what they probably do not do best, which is cooking. You guessed it right. Our search today is for the ultimate game changer. Our ultimate game changer is the person who can make the best version of today's dish. Our game changers are not here alone. As usual, they have come with their kitchen support. The kitchen support is not just a colleague, but the person who has been chosen to provide the much needed boost and support as they journey through the Cooking with the Game Changers competition. So, what are our game changers cooking today? They have been asked to prepare rice and beans with peppered sauce and their preferred protein. Ingredients have been provided and I cannot wait to see what our game changers create. Before we get cooking, let's meet our game changers. Our corporate game changer for today is the Chief Marketing Officer of Credit Direct, which is one of Nigeria's foremost consumer lending firm. Please give it up for Abiodun Adigun.
I want you to watch out because I'm bringing a never-seen cooking abilities and cooking skill to that kitchen.
How you doing, Mr. Abiodun?
I'm good, I'm very well.
Oh, you're tall.
Yeah.
And you have tall orders today, eh?
Yeah, I'm set for it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, very ready.
Let's go to your workstation.
Thank you.
And his kitchen support is none other than the HR business partner for Credit Direct, Ivere Igba.
I'm strongly rooting for my CMO because I know the kind of person he is. He's very determined. That's who we are at Credit Direct.
Up next is our entrepreneur, Game Changer. She is the founder of the Braiding Vault Limited. Now, the Braiding Vault is a leading niche salon that specializes in braiding services and hair treatment for people nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Joy Odunlami.
I'm actually really excited. I've never actually done anything like this before. My opponent that is coming on this show, if I was you, just cancel because I know for a fact I'm going to win.
I love that. To your workstation. And her kitchen support is the operations manager at Braiding Vault, Abaga.
Whoever is cooking against my boss should be scared because, firstly, she's the first daughter and I've tasted her cooking and I know she's very good. Her opponent should be really scared.
When we come back from the break, we shall find out how our game changers will be judged. Stick around. Welcome back to Cooking with Game Changers. Now it's time to know how our game changers will be judged. The game changers will be judged based on 3 criteria. Number 1, taste. Number 2, creativity around the plating and the naming of the dish. And 3, cleanliness around the kitchen workspace. Because as you know it, it has to be too short clean. It's important to mention that your kitchen support cannot participate in any form of cooking. They can, however, only speak to the game changers and, of course, taste the food being made. Now it's time to introduce our judges. Ladies and gentlemen, our first judge today is none other but Nigeria's leading rapper. Put your hands together for Mr. Incredible himself, Abaga.
Don't go anywhere. This is Cooking with Game Changers. My name is M.I. Enjoy the show.
It's great to have you on the show. All right, welcome, welcome. Now, our second judge is a phenomenal dancer, and she goes by the name of Dr. Kaffy. Give it up for Dr. Kaffy.
Today is tricky because the dish looks like it's going to be challenging, and I want to see how they're going to pull it all off together in one plate.
Let's see.
And our third judge is a pilot extraordinaire. Make some noise for Captain Toba!
Within the time limit I see they have today, it's going to be a very interesting and tense one. So I'm really, really looking forward to it, and I hope you're looking forward to it as well.
Now that we have met our three judges, let's meet our resident chef. He is a renowned professional chef and goes by the name Chef Rotimi. Chef Rotimi, what's the one advice you'd like to give our game changers before they start cooking?
One advice, I will try to keep it to one. Pro tip, whatever is going to take the longest or whatever is going to require the most effort should be the first thing you should do. Good luck.
All right, that's some good expo there. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't go anywhere because when we return, we'll go straight into the cooking. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cooking with Game Changers. Ladies and gentlemen, to the moment we've all been waiting for. Our Game Changers have just 60 minutes to complete their task. The pots and pans are ready to rumble. Game Changers, your time starts now. Let's get cooking!
I started with the beans, and at the same time, I put the rice on the fire, and I also put the chicken on the fire, so everything can be cooking at the same time so that it doesn't waste time.
For preparation stage, the first thing I did was to wash my beans and rice in hot water. The reason for that is to ensure that the pesticide in the beans is gotten rid of, and also the rice, as much starch as I can get out, is gotten out. Then thereafter, I put my water on the fire, and I put the beans. The beans being the hardest of the two meals to be made. So that went in first, and at about 20 minutes, I started cooking the rice in another pot to ensure that I'm able to watch out for each of them without them getting too soggy or not too done. And while that was going on, I went into the preparation of my pepper. Then I also had to ensure that I put in a lot of onions. Onion, apart from being a sweetener, it also helps to tone down the heat of any sauce at the end of the day.
My man, how's it going?
Very good.
You know, there's an African proverb that says that the chicken that digs for food doesn't go hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, so dig deep, my brother. Dig deep, huh?
Yeah, that's taken. Thank you.
Okay, good.
I cut up my onions, peppers, put them in the blender, which I struggled with a little bit. That blender is not what I'm used to, but I think I made it work in the end. I was able to blend together my onions and my peppers, 1 tomato and garlic, just add a bit of flavor to the meal.
Interesting. Okay.
Cooking with Game Changers is proudly supported by Aquafina.
Ooh, that's the buzzer, guys, and you know what that means? They have 30 more minutes! Okay, now at this point, our judges will exit the stage because, of course, we don't want them seeing the dishes plated, right? Because we want to eliminate all forms of bias so that when they judge, they're judging from a place of utter honesty. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our judges as they exit the stage. Oh, wow. So this is what it feels like to be a judge on Cooking with Game Changers. Feels good. Chef Rotimi, feels good, doesn't it?
Looks good.
But
Definitely
come on.
feels good.
How do you think our Game Changers are doing?
They look like they're having everything under control. Really good so far.
Hello, I'm Shei Banigbe, and I choose Power Oil because it has 0 cholesterol and is great for the heart and good for my family.
Cooking with Game Changers is proudly supported by Power Oil.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to let the kitchen support into the ring. The more the merrier, right? So kitchen support, you have 5 minutes to assist your Game Changers.
Everything was kind of on high heat because I knew we were like time constrained. So it was very important for me to ensure that the faster things get cooked, the quicker we can kind of get out of the kitchen, which is the whole point.
So in terms of oil, I use red oil and I also use Power Oil. Power Oil has been proven to be one of the best, if not the best oil in Nigeria, in terms of what it offers, in terms of the vitamins, and in terms of the safety of the oil. There's no trans fat oil, it's pure. Also, it brings out a lot in terms of helping your cooking. So I use both, and I think when I tasted the sauce, I was more than happy because it came out exactly the way I wanted.
Okay, listen up, kitchen support. Your 5 minute ends in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your napkins and step back.
Oh, they're just going to help for 5 minutes?
It gets interesting, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Game Changers, that buzzer means you have 5 minutes to go. Okay, so do what you must, because in 5 minutes you have to drop your napkins and step back, because it's all over. So wish them luck, guys.
Okay, let me do my little concussion mix. I thought, how can I make something different? So at the last minute, I cut up some peppers, some cucumber. I mixed it all together and I fried some plantain, diced it in small portions. And then I mixed the pepper, the cucumber, and the plantain together to give you like a tropical kind of salad. And then I just let everything cook, really. And that was basically it. It wasn't difficult, if I'm honest. It was quite easy.
Then last but not least was the introduction of the cucumber. I believe that will give some crunchiness, and it's also very plain in case you're finding the food a bit too sweet or you just want some crunch and all that. So that is also introduced to give it a general look. You also notice that my sauce was splitted separately. It was deliberate because I wanted to have the choice of the amount of sauce you want to put in your food, and you also have the choice to eat your sauce and the meat alone.
I must say, I did glance over at what he was doing, and I saw his plating presentation was on point. How he got that rice to mold, I'm still confused, but it's all about taste. So I'm number one in time and I'm number one in taste. I'm very confident about that.
So when I look around, is to see, is there something she's doing that I'm not doing?
I feel like there should have been a lines between the two of us. So you can't look at the other person's presentation.
Our Game Changers have just under 60 seconds to wrap up their kitchen duties. So Game Changers, do all you can. You have just under 60 seconds. So make sure your two-shore clean. Make sure your workstation represents you in the best light possible. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Drop your napkins and step back. Game changers, you may come together and exchange pleasantries. May the best man or woman win. But please don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because when we return, our judges will be right here to taste and score our game changers.
Cooking with Game Changers is proudly supported by Too Shore.
Welcome back to Cooking with Game Changers. Now I have right here with me on the floor our judges ready to taste and score our game changers. Remember, the 3 criteria for judgment are: number 1, the taste of the dishes; number 2, the creativity in naming and presentation of the dishes; and number 3, the Too Shore cleanliness of our workstation. Now come with me. Okay guys, are we ready? Now remember, we have our resident chef, Chef Rotimi, ready to taste as well and give his feedback. But before we go to Chef Rotimi, I'd like to present to you Tropical Fiery Fiesta.
The creative name I gave to my dish is Tropical Fiery Fiesta. Tropical because of the plantain salad that I created. Fiery Fiesta because of the peppered stew. So I just came up with something unique to kind of accompany the meal that will be eaten by the judges. Hopefully they like it.
Okay, Captain Toba, what is Tropical Fiery Fiesta giving you right now?
All right, I'll say the dish looks well put together. In terms of the color and the fiesta, I can see the peppers, the cucumbers mixed with the plantain. He has a good outlook to it. The spicing and the heat in the sauce, it's fantastic, it's on point,
right, huh?
It's excellent.
Okay.
Seasoning, rice and beans is also nice. It's not undercooked, it's not overcooked. The grains fall apart separately.
I do agree with his comment about the mix of the plantain and the vegetables. I found the rice to be a little bit undercooked.
I am not a fan of mixing rice and beans together, so for you to know that, but I'm wishing to continue eating. So it has a way of drawing you more to consume it. So the stew was done well enough, seasoned well enough for you to want to continue to consume it with whatever it is that it has on the side. So I'll say for me, that's a good one.
Round of applause for them, thank you very much. Okay, now I'll present to you our next dish, which is called
Nigeria Galopinto. The word Galopinto is derived from Latin and South American word. And the choice of that name came from the fact that they also eat a lot of rice and beans. In their instance, they call it rice and peas.
The placing looks really nice. And I like the way the peppers, the yellow and the red bell pepper was combined with the rice and beans. The plantains for me were burnt. Then the rice and beans was also a bit on the hard side. That's it.
Apart from that, I think another good job he did was he knew that he has quite a saucy, oily stew, and he decided to separate it from the rice to create more room for presentation. So that's extra detail for presentation for this game changer. So yes.
You know what I feel? I feel as if from presentation, I took a step down towards tasting it. You know what I mean? Like it looked really good, and then you take a step down to actually experience it. And so overall, I wouldn't tell you what my score is now, but I would say it was average at best.
Thank you for that. Chef Rotimi, do you agree with our judges?
If I were in their positions, I would most likely have given the same scores and we would have ended up at the same point, same result. So yes, I do agree with the judges.
All right, round of applause for our resident chef. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores are coming in. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, our game changers are going to be right here and the results are going to be read. Welcome back to Cooking with Game Changers. The results are in. our game changers are here. But before we announce the results, let's have one final take from the judges. MI, talk to me about the taste of the two dishes.
I must say that from a taste perspective overall, both dishes didn't let us down. Good job to both of our game changers.
Thank you.
Both game changers did absolutely well in making sure that their name and the presentation kind of like matched today. So I really, really love that in terms of the creativity of that and the thought behind it.
I think for both of them, it's pretty good housekeeping. So for that one, I said they did a very great job. Yeah.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the jury's out. Our ultimate game changer for today is our ultimate game changer for today is Joy with Tropical Fire and Fiesta.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Tell me what your strategy was.
Stay calm, finish on time, which I did, and thank you so much for tasting it and enjoying it, and I'm elated. I'm absolutely elated.
Yes, and we'll continue to taste it. Sorry.
Please carry on. Abiodun, I was rooting for you because you represented the fellas, right? But tell me what happened. What do you think you could have done better?
Was there anything I could have done better? Maybe, I think one of the things I would say I didn't do too well is the cutting of my meat. I would have loved it a little smaller because I want you to pick a spoon of rice with meat and let it go and all that. Then the other one is also the treatment of my vegetables. I would have done it a lot better.
Good job, well done. Big congratulations to our winner, and as you know, she goes home with tons of power oil, tons of Too Sure hand wash and dishwashing liquid. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands together for Joy! Okay, congratulations, Joy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite a fascinating show. Our game changer for today is Joy Odunlami, and we believe Abiodun fought her really hard for it, but better luck next time. At this point, I'd like to thank Aquafina, Power Oil, and Too Sure for their unwavering support. Join us same time next week for another scintillating episode of Cooking with Game Changers. I'm still your host, Daniel Etim Effiong, saying, see you next time. Woo.